Have you ever stopped to think about what makes a cat look, well, typical? We picture the fluffy coat, the pointy ears, the standard long legs. But what if I told you that some of the most beloved and popular cat breeds on the planet are actually walking, purring examples of genetic anomalies? They aren't comic book superheroes, but real creatures whose unique looks are simply the result of an accidental misprint in their DNA. In today's video, we're going to uncover the secrets of 5 cat breeds with the most incredible genetic mutations. We'll explore whether their unique traits are a gift of nature or a biological curse, and why some of these breeds spark fierce controversy around the globe. Get ready! You might be surprised to learn the truth hiding behind those adorable faces. But before diving into the breeds, let's quickly break down what a genetic mutation actually is. Picture DNA as a massive instruction manual for building a living creature. Sometimes when this book is copied, there's a simple typo, a small, seemingly insignificant error in a single letter or code. Most of the time this changes nothing, but occasionally that small typo changes an entire chapter. The result is a creature born with a brand new unique trait. And that's exactly how our featured cats came to be. Humans noticed these unusual cats and loved the result of this natural accident so much that they decided to lock it in through selective breeding, the intentional matching of animals to reproduce that specific trait. That's how a random glitch became the defining characteristic of an entire breed. But the big question remains, does this always benefit the animals themselves? Let's find out. Kicking off our list is a breed whose sheer cuteness has charmed the entire world. Say hello to the Scottish Fold. Their trademark feature is those tiny ears, neatly folded forward, giving their rounded faces a perpetually surprised, almost owl-like expression. Combined with huge round eyes, this creates the image of an eternal kitten, a look that makes them utterly irresistible. They are known for their calm, even-tempered, and exceptionally friendly nature. Scottish Folds absolutely adore human company, yet they manage to be completely non-intrusive. They'll happily settle on your lap while you watch TV, or quietly nap beside you while you work. It sounds like the perfect pet, doesn't it? But underneath that charming exterior lies a genetic secret with very serious consequences, a crucial fact every future owner must understand. So, what exactly makes these cats' ears fold over so adorably? The answer lies in a genetic mutation called osteochondrodysplasia. That sounds complicated, but the mechanism is actually straightforward. It is a systemic disorder that affects the development of cartilage and bone tissue throughout the entire body. The very same gene responsible for softening and weakening the ear cartilage, causing it to droop forward, has an identical effect on all of the animal's joints. Simply put, those folded ears are just the tip of the iceberg, a visible marker of a much deeper, more serious underlying problem. This mutation is dominant, meaning the cat only needs to inherit one copy of the gene from one parent for the trait to be expressed. This is precisely why it is strictly forbidden to breed 2 folded ear cats together. The resulting kittens would receive a double dose of the defective gene, leading to devastating and severe skeletal deformities. Now for the difficult truth. Due to osteochondrodysplasia, all Scottish Fold cats, without exception, suffer from joint problems to some degree. This condition can manifest as arthritis, pain during movement, and deformation of the paws and tail. Their tails are often thick and inflexible, meaning even an accidental or light touch can cause them intense pain. These issues inevitably worsen with age. The cat may struggle to jump or walk, and often begins to limp. There is a common, persistent myth that breeding a fold with a straight-eared cat, known as a Scottish Straight, eliminates these health issues in the kittens. Sadly, this is false. Research clearly shows that even heterozygous animals, those who inherit the gene from only one parent, will eventually develop degenerative joint disease. The only variables are the severity of the condition and the age at which the symptoms start to appear. These severe health issues are precisely why the Scottish Fold breed sparks such fierce controversy within the veterinary and feline communities. Consequently, many veterinary and animal welfare organisations are calling for a complete halt to breeding, deeming the practice unethical. For instance, the UK's Governing Council of the Cat Fancy, GCCF, officially does not recognise the breed due to the risk of genetically induced suffering. Furthermore, breeding Scottish Folds is outright banned in several European countries. If you are captivated by this breed, it is crucial to understand the immense responsibility involved. These pets often require lifelong veterinary support, specialised joint medications, and constant, careful monitoring. That cute appearance isn't just a quirky feature. It is actually a visible symptom of a chronic skeletal disease that the cat must endure for its entire life. It is a heavy price to pay, sacrificing the animal's well-being for the human desire to own a novelty pet. Let's move on to the next entry on our list, which is arguably the most controversial breed of all. Say hello to the Munchkin, often called the Dachshund cat. Their key characteristic, and the first thing you notice, is their extremely short legs coupled with an otherwise standard-sized body. They look genuinely unique and amusing, almost as if a regular cat has been slightly squashed down toward the floor. Despite their short stature, Munchkins are incredibly active, fast, and playful creatures. They eagerly chase toys, expertly manoeuvring around the house like tiny, four-legged speedsters. While they can't leap as high as their long-legged counterparts, they are highly intelligent and always find a clever workaround, scaling a sofa or chair in a series of quick, short hops. Their temperament is often described as confident, curious, and extremely people-oriented. The short legs of Munchkin cats are actually caused by a genetic mutation, similar to the one responsible for dwarfism in dogs like Dachshunds and Corgis. This condition is formally known as achondroplasia. It's a dominant gene that disrupts the normal development of the long bones in the limbs, while the spine and skull remain standard size. Now here's a fascinating yet somewhat grim fact about this mutation. The gene is lethal in its homozygous form. This simply means that if a kitten inherits the short leg gene from both parents, it will not survive and will perish in the womb. This is precisely why Munchkin breeding always involves one short-legged cat and one cat with legs of normal length. As a result, a litter will contain both short-legged kittens and kittens with standard-length limbs, the latter of whom do not carry the gene at all. The health of the Munchkin breed is surrounded by controversy and numerous myths. Critics often claim that their signature short legs lead to serious spinal and joint problems, effectively dooming the animals to pain. However, years of observation by reputable breeders and veterinarians suggest otherwise. Overall, the Munchkin is considered a relatively healthy breed. Their spine is actually more flexible than that of dogs like the Dachshund, meaning they suffer far fewer back problems. Despite their general robustness, they are predisposed to two specific conditions. The first is lordosis, where the spine curves inward toward the rib cage, potentially compressing the heart and lungs. The second is pectus excavatum, commonly known as funnel chest. Fortunately, these conditions are rare. Responsible breeders are careful to remove any affected cats from their breeding programs to prevent these defects from becoming established traits within the breed line. Despite their generally robust health, the Munchkin's status within the world of felinology remains highly precarious. The largest and most authoritative organisations, such as the International Cat Federation, FIFE, and the US-based Cat Fanciers Association, CFA, refuse to recognise the breed. Their primary argument is that the underlying mutation, which impacts the animal's normal morphology and mobility, makes breeding them unethical. They argue that a cat should have the ability to jump and move freely, and that short legs artificially restrict these natural feline capabilities. Conversely, other associations, such as Taika, have formally recognised the breed, maintaining that Munchkins have adapted perfectly to their unique trait and live happy, fulfilling lives. The discussion remains ongoing, presenting us with a complex question. Where exactly does the line fall between a unique breed trait and a harmful, health-limiting defect? Get ready now to meet a true extraterrestrial of the feline world. Our third breed is naturally the Sphynx. Their appearance is absolutely unforgettable. A complete or nearly complete lack of fur, wrinkled skin, those massive radar dish ears, and the penetrating stare of intelligent eyes. To the touch, their skin feels like a warm, velvety peach or soft suede. Because they lack a furry coat, their bodies are always hot, and they constantly search for heat sources, be it a radiator, a sunbeam, or your lap. This tendency makes them some of the most affectionate and loving cats you can find. Sphinxes are literally built for cuddles. They are incredibly social, adore being the centre of attention, and are ready to follow their owners everywhere, commenting on everything that happens with a loud rumbling purr. The secret to their nakedness lies in a recessive gene mutation affecting keratin production, the essential protein that forms the structure of hair. In short, Sphynx cats do have hair follicles, but these follicles are unable to produce normal, fully developed hair shafts. You might occasionally notice a light, downy fuzz on their bodies, especially on the nose, ears and tail, but they never develop a true coat of fur. Interestingly, this same mutation often results in Sphynx cats having either very short, brittle whiskers or none at all. It is important to debunk a popular myth right now. Sphynx cats are not hypoallergenic. Allergies in humans are usually triggered not by the hair itself, but by a specific protein found in the cat's saliva and skin secretions. Sphynx cats still groom themselves and produce skin oils just like any other cat, meaning they can absolutely trigger allergic reactions. The lack of fur dictates unique care requirements for these cats. First, they are extremely sensitive to temperature. In summer, their delicate skin needs protection from sunburn using special sunscreen or protective clothing. Conversely, during winter, they require warm sweaters and heated beds to prevent chilling. Second, their skin produces body oils, or sebum, that would normally be absorbed by the fur on typical cats. For Sphynxes, however, this oil builds up on the skin, creating a brownish residue that can stain furniture and clothing. Therefore, Sphynx cats require regular bathing, approximately once every 1 to 2 weeks, using a specialised shampoo, or they must be wiped down with damp cloths or pet wipes. Special attention must also be paid to their large ears, which accumulate a lot of wax, as well as their skin folds, which need to be thoroughly cleaned. Fascinatingly, this very genetic mutation directly shaped their unique personality. Due to their constant need for warmth, Sphynx cats evolved into incredibly affectionate and intensely human-oriented creatures. To them, a human isn't just an owner. They are the primary source of heat and ultimate comfort. This simple, physiological need quickly morphed into a profound emotional bond. They will sleep with you under the covers, perch on your shoulder while you work, and constantly demand their daily dose of cuddles. This is definitely not a cat who walks by itself. A Sphynx thrives on, and fundamentally requires, constant companionship and attention. So, if you're looking for more than just a pet, if you want a true companion and friend who will literally keep you warm with their affection, the Sphynx is the ideal choice. Beneath that otherworldly, unique appearance beats one of the warmest and most devoted hearts in the feline world. Meet our fourth nominee, a breed that looks like it stepped right out of a fairy tale starring elves or pixies, introducing the Devon Rex. This breed is instantly striking thanks to its highly unusual appearance. Huge, low-set ears, big oval eyes, a short muzzle, and, most notably, their crowning glory, soft, short, curly fur, which often feels like plush velvet or even astrakhan lamb's wool. Their bodies are sleek, muscular, and incredibly graceful. This unique combination of features is why they are often nicknamed the pixie cats, elves, or aliens of the feline world. However, their personality is anything but mythical. It's often compared to that of a monkey or a dog. Devon Rexes are genuine clowns and true bundles of energy. They love to play, fetch toys, scale the highest shelves in the house, and involve themselves in absolutely everything you do. They are incredibly intelligent, sociable, and highly trainable cats. Those charming curls are the result of yet another recessive genetic mutation. This mutation alters the hair structure, making the coat fine, wavy, and incredibly short. Interestingly, there are several curly-coated breeds, like the Cornish Rex, but their mutations arose completely independently. If you cross a Devon Rex with a Cornish Rex, all the resulting kittens will be born with straight coats. This proves that despite their similar appearance, the traits are controlled by entirely different genes. It's a striking example of what scientists call convergent evolution, when nature achieves the same outcome through multiple distinct pathways. The gene responsible for the Devon Rex coat originated from a spontaneous mutation found in a stray cat in Devonshire, England, during the mid-20th century. Every modern Devon Rex can trace its lineage back to this single cat. The Devon Rex coat doesn't just look unique, it requires specific care. It is incredibly soft and delicate, yet it's also quite sparse and fragile. You should never brush them with harsh tools, as this can easily damage or pull out their already thin, delicate hairs. Grooming is simple. Just gently stroke the coat with a rubber mitt or a soft cloth to remove dead hair. A common myth you often hear is that Devon Rexes are non-shedding and suitable for allergy sufferers. This is completely false. They do shed, albeit less than most breeds, and just like the Sphynx, they still produce the allergenic protein. Furthermore, because their coat is so sparse, they are highly sensitive to cold and drafts, much like the Sphynx, meaning they require a warm indoor environment. During colder months, a cozy sweater might be necessary to keep them comfortable and warm. But the number one thing about the Devon Rex, it has to be their personality. They are often called cat dogs or dogger cats because of their incredible loyalty and intensely playful attitude. They absolutely thrive on human interaction and genuinely hate being left alone. A Devon Rex will usually pick one favourite human in the family and follow them everywhere, acting as their loyal shadow. They will happily perch on your shoulder, help you read a book, or supervise while you work on the computer. Their intelligence and curiosity truly know no limits. They are easily trained, can pick up commands quickly, happily play fetch, and can even be trained to walk outside on a leash. This makes them the perfect breed for active individuals or families with kids who are ready to dedicate plenty of time and playtime to their pet. If you're looking for a cat with the face of an elf, the antics of a monkey, and the heart of a dog, the Devon Rex is exactly what you need. Trust us, you will never have a dull moment. And finally, the fifth breed on our list owes its distinct, eternally surprised, yet utterly charming appearance to a unique genetic mutation. Meet the American Curl. Their signature trait is, of course, their elegantly curled back ears, which sometimes look like delicate little horns or crescent moons. This feature gives them an undeniable charm and a particularly friendly, open expression. They genuinely look like they are always pleasantly surprised and ready for playtime. Unlike many other breeds with dramatic or unusual appearances, the Curl is a cat with an exceptionally harmonious and proportional build. Apart from their ears, they have no extreme physical features. They are often called the Peter Pans of the feline world because they genuinely retain that playful, kitten-like disposition throughout their entire lives. They are highly affectionate, intelligent, and known for getting along wonderfully with both children and other pets. The history of this breed perfectly illustrates how chance can lead to a miracle. Back in 1981, in California, an ordinary family took in a stray, long-haired cat who had a very distinctive feature. Her ears were unusually curled back. They named her Shulamith. When she eventually had kittens, 2 of them were born with those exact same ears. It quickly became clear that this wasn't an injury. It was a stable genetic mutation. Geneticists later determined that this unique trait was caused by a dominant gene, which they appropriately named the curl gene. This means that every single American curl on the planet today is a direct descendant of that original stray, Shulamith. It's a truly amazing story of how one homeless cat became the sole founder of an entirely new, globally recognised and much-loved breed. And here is where we find the most important and most welcome surprise. Unlike the Scottish Fold, whose ear mutation is unfortunately linked to severe joint disease, the American Curl gene exclusively affects the ear cartilage and nothing else. This makes them one of the healthiest and most genetically pure cat breeds. They do not suffer from any specific hereditary diseases linked to their unique curled trait. This healthy outcome is the result of a natural mutation that simply did not bring about any negative health consequences for the animal. In fact, curls are a perfect example of how a genetic anomaly can be an interesting defining characteristic rather than a defect. They are living proof that an unusual or distinctive appearance doesn't always translate into chronic health problems, and this is what truly sets them apart from many other selectively bred lines. Despite their generally excellent health, the American curl's unique ears do require a little special attention. Here's an interesting fact. Curl kittens are born with completely straight ears. The curling process, where the ears begin to fold back, starts between the 4th and 7th day of life, and this process continues until the kitten is about 4 months old. This 4-month mark is when the final, permanent ear shape is set. While the ear cartilage in curls is quite firm, you still need to handle them carefully to avoid injury. They should never be roughly bent or manipulated backward. Additionally, because of their open, curved shape, curl ears are more prone to collecting dirt and wax than those of standard cats, so regular inspection and cleaning are essential. Otherwise, the American curl is a low-maintenance, robust, and incredibly affectionate cat whose accidental mutation has truly become a gift to cat lovers worldwide. So let's wrap things up. Today, we explored 5 truly incredible cat breeds, each one born from what we might call a unique genetic quirk or mutation. We saw that the Scottish Fold's signature, cute folded ears are actually a sign of severe joint disease. We also learned that the Munchkin's short legs don't stop it from being a surprisingly swift hunter. We discovered why the hairless Sphynx demands more care than the fluffiest Persian, and how the curly-coated Devon Rex often boasts a personality closer to a dog. And finally, we admired the American curl, whose genetic change turned out to be nothing more than a harmless and truly charming feature. This incredible showcase of breeds highlights just how unpredictable and astounding nature can be, but it also places a significant responsibility squarely on our shoulders. We must always remember that behind every unusual trait lies complex genetics. It is our duty to care for these beautiful creatures by addressing all of their specific needs and to approach their breeding with wisdom and the utmost ethics. Thank you so much for sticking with us until the end of the video. If you found this information interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episodes. Now I have a question for you. Which of these unique breeds surprised you the most? And would you risk owning a cat with such a unique characteristic? Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below.